Hello everyone, Powerfish Pat here, or just Pat. So we're checking out the video from Miss Samusa. This is a friend of Miss Melody of the Keeney crew. Awesome folks. They've been absolutely sweet to me, so I absolutely gonna be, definitely checking out this video. It was directed to us by Miss Melody, as I think I said, and this is called We Remember. Miss Melody did warn us that it is a tearjerker, so I'm gonna get ready for that. As always, the original video and channel will be in the description down below. We're gonna do one watch through in silence, and then do a second watch through where I'll discuss what I noticed, and if there's anything I missed the first time around, we'll discuss it then. And everything broken up by chapters. With that out of the way, let's get started.
Hush now, little one, sleep in the blue. Soft little moon watching over you. Hush now, little one, safe in the dark. A tiny voice, a stubborn spark. I kept my shoes on by the bedroom door. I knew the floorboard, I knew what for. I learned to go quiet so I could survive. Held my breath small just to stay alive. I smiled at daylight, but I was scared inside, waiting for footsteps to swallow the sky. If I'm not speaking, will you still know? I need somebody to tell me I'm not alone. Hear the shaking, hear the truth. Under the silence, I am proof. Take my hand now, name my pain. What was taken can be reclaimed. We remember, we remember. I believe you, it was never your fault. We remember, we remember. You survived it, and your voice is yours. We rise together, out of the cold. We are still here. We are made of gold. We remember, we remember. We remember, we remember. No more hiding, no more shame. You were never born to carry blame. We remember, we remember. Stand with me now. Let the whole world know. The dark was loud, but the light grew bold. Now I see faces in the broken glass, not as a warning, but as a path. Hands in the air now, voices awake. Every scar turned into a flame.
Oh, Miss Melly was not lying. That was very, very emotional. There's a lot of things here that I will not be able to really speak on. Um, it feels the video feels to be focusing more on the idea of dealing with trauma that you suffered, and that you're not alone in dealing with that trauma, and that you are stronger than you think you are. You have a strength that you may not really truly understand. Um, I'll be discussing on some things that I've noticed throughout the second watch through, but that was very well done. Let's go ahead and get started with that second watch through here.
Hush now,
Now I'm gonna zoom out a little bit because there's something I want to point out here that is kind of pertinent to myself real quick here.
little one, sleep in the blue, soft.
Okay, get rid of the captions there as well. Sorry about that. So here we have, of course, we have the music box, the crack mirror, which we'll get to a little bit in a little bit here, the drawing, and then the little note at the bottom that says "I am not enough." Now, I have said this before. I will never speak for anyone else. I don't believe I will ever have that right. I can only speak for myself. Um, for me personally, that line, "I am not enough," it is something I've had to struggle with for a very long time. It's sort of why I always get got when um, I see things like say like "you matter," because I don't believe it. I don't I have a hard time believing that. I can say okay, fine. It kind of feels like fake it till you make it, but at the same time, it feels wrong to think that way. But that's the first thing that kind of got me here, and then we'll see the mirror here as well.
Little moon, watching over you. Hush now, little one, safe in the dark. A tiny voice, a stubborn spark.
That line right there, that tiny voice, a stubborn spark. It reminds you of Mr. Highlander's excellent video. I believe it's Mr. Highlander from the dark. That video really, really got to me. And that video is about being able to recognize that you've survived your past trauma, and you be able to use that to grow and move forward, and hopefully help others. Be that guiding light to help others find the strength themselves.
I kept my shoes on by the bedroom door. I knew the floorboard, I knew what for.
So this part right here, like I said, I'm not very versed. I'm thinking it's like overarching on trauma suffered. Feel bad for saying it, but I think this might be like referencing to maybe a sort of an alarm system, where having the shoes by the door, so if someone opens the door, they'll hit the shoes, and the shoes make noise as they squeak across the floorboards, might alert her, as well as the creaking of the floorboards might be part of that alarm system.
I learned to go quiet so I could survive. Held my breath small just to stay alive. I smiled at daylight, but I was scared inside.
That part, smiled at daylight, it reminds me of that you're in the day, you get to leave, you get to go to school, and you're and you can be free for for a while, but still scared inside because eventually you're going to go back. It's like probably one of the best and worst things you can say to someone is tomorrow is another day, and because tomorrow's a chance to grow, to improve, and pursue your dreams. At the same time, tomorrow is another day of, well, this. Tomorrow's another day of trying to survive, you know, and I'm trying to look at it the former rather than the latter. some days are easier than others, but like I said, it's for me, it's primarily internal, not external. The sort of like the story you tell yourself, you know.
Waiting for footsteps to swallow the sky. If I'm not speaking,
So this, first of all, the visually speaking, it was very well done, but also it's horrifyingly heartbreaking because that's not her hand covering silencing her; it's someone else. So that means that someone else is keeping her quiet. Either a she's verbally or through her behavior has hinted at wanting to speak out. So someone is keeping her quiet.
will you still know?
And we have the um, the room here. It is interesting, you know, because again, going back to the trauma, um, the room is also in disrepair and disarray, and reflecting, of course, of the traumatic experience and also, you know, potential mental trauma that she's going through. We have, you know, not enough. Does anyone love me? That worry that again, thinking if you um are enough, are you contributing enough, or are you good enough? Is you know, your self-worth and your, well, not just self-worth but just worth is something that personally I still struggle with, you know. Like I said, I, but to put it bluntly, absolutely nobody who's been welcomed to a wonderful community. And I often fear, genuinely fear, that I don't do enough to match the kindness I received to the community. And something I genuinely fear is that I'm not doing enough and therefore will be sort of not loudly, just kind of quietly removed. And then again, be left alone. But that is and again, that's also an isolating fear, you know, and that this is what sprung to my mind anyway.
I need somebody to tell me I'm not alone.
That honestly has been probably the biggest help again for me. I'm only going to speak for myself. That this is gonna sound really weird. You can know something, but still not get it. You know, um, the idea that you're not alone. That, you know, what you're going through, what you may be feeling. Um, Others may not have the exact experience as you, but they can understand and they can help. Of course, reaching out can be a terrifying, um, um, terrifying proposition. It'd be like crossing a bridge made out of paper while holding a leaking torch. You know, it's, if it goes wrong, it goes really wrong. But if it goes right, you're on the path of getting better. And the idea that, like I said, you can know that you're not alone, but because what your trauma is so uniquely to you, you can know that you're not alone, but you'll still feel that you are completely alone.
Hear the shaking, hear the truth. Under the silence, I am proof. Take my hand now, name my pain. What was taken can be reclaimed. We remember. I believe you, it was never your fault. We remember. You survived it, and your voice is yours. We rise together out of the cold. We are still here. We are made of gold. We remember.
So that part there in the course was about talking about the that you made it through it. And I like the line that we were made of gold, that you are you are unique. I do say it sometimes when every story may have been told, but it's not been told by you. Your unique perspective will make it special. And especially when it comes to childhood trauma, you're not responsible for what others did to you. And that's big problem with having trying to overcome and heal from that, is accepting that what happened to you, what the actions of others, you are not responsible for the actions of others. So that I can go back to the again with the you're not alone. There is others that can understand and help you. And again, repeating here the on the swing, the I am not enough line. That's a recurring theme throughout the video. The it's sort of you're not enough, which is why this trauma being inflicted upon you, because you are not enough. At least that's the lie that's being told, that this is the way why it's happened to you, not because the person who's doing it to you is for my French, a POS. It's because no, you are the failure. The child is like just nonsense.
No more hiding, no more shame. You were never born to carry blame. We remember, we remember. Stand with me now. Let the whole world know. The dark was loud.
I like that line. The dark was loud. I know the dark, like, but also I think the silence can be cliche and cringe as it is, but the silence can be deafening. Because again, for myself, when it gets really quiet, especially at night, it's when it gets quiet, your mind can wander, and then you start thinking, and you start overthinking, and then every little mistake, every little thing you said, maybe the right thing the wrong way, even if it's completely innocuous, gets amplified. So yeah, the dark was loud. Also silence.
But the light grew bold. Now I see faces in the broken glass, not as a warning, but as a path.
So hang on, go back.
Hands in the air now.
Real quick.
Voices awake.
Okay, so that faces in the glass, not as a warning. So it's saying that they can that she's not be able to find her still to start hopefully opening up to others, to chosen trusted few that she can confide in, and but not as a warning that these are not to be kept as a not trusted, but as a path, folks that you can trust. But this here is very well done. I really like the visual here of the of a actual path, but made out of the shards of the mirror.
Every scar turned into a flame.
Also, nice touch there with the sun reflecting off the shine off the mirrors. Very nice.
I hear the children outside the wall. We are the answer. We are the call. What was stolen, we take back today. Your story is yours and it will stay. Hear the shaking, hear the truth. Under the silence, I am proof. Take my hand now, name my pain. What was taken can be reclaimed. We remember, we remember. I believe you, it was never your fault. We remember, we remember. You survived it and your voice is yours. We rise together out of the cold. We are still here. We are made of gold. Can
So this is interesting. Again, I might be reading too much into it, but as you see that the room is now much cleaner. I'm thinking this is her a bit older now, maybe in her earlier mid-teens, and you know, um, in a bit of a healthier place now.
We remember, we remember. I believe you, it was never your fault. We remember. You survived it, and your voice is yours. We rise together out of the cold. We are still here. We are made of gold. We remember.
Okay, yeah, this got me too as well. We stand behind you. We're here for you. But yeah, this is the again going back to the you're not alone. Um, if others have not experienced exactly what you went through, they can understand. At the very least, they can listen, which is more of a blessing than people would think. You know, to have that someone listen, just to be there. In fact, just being there can make all the difference in the world.
Your name is sacred. Your life is your own.
And here, of course, now we have um, both physically, fixing up the house, but also dealing and working on getting better. And this I got from Miss Shiver. It's not healthier, getting better. Because it's always an improvement, um, little bit, little by little.
We remember, we remember. Stand beside us. We will guard the dawn.
And of course, the adorable little ones. Yeah, phenomenal video. Very excellent for her first video. So well done. Um, I do apologize. I'm not very good at anything, but considering the weight of the topic, um, I did my best. I'm just not very good at it. I know folks like Miss Fatash and Miss Penny Bloomfield, and then they'll do a great job breaking things down and be able to provide more insight. But I wanted to show Miss Musa love, courtesy of Miss Melody, and definitely looking forward to the future for you. With all that out of the way, of course, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. All right. Bye.